What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video right here on the podcast. Well, actually, not the podcast, guys. I'm in another room because I'm just trying to figure out what works better, you know, like this backdrop and lighting, and you get the idea. Anyways, guys, 8 but great places to date. Now, I wanted to do this video because I'm aware that some of you guys may not have been, like, gifted with the bestest parents in the world, guys, right? In fact, you might have been in a foster care, your dad might have not been in the house, and just generally stuff, right? And as a result, some things, like, morally speaking, that are just like, people are like, oh, that's obviously clear, right? Might not be so obviously clear to all of us, right? So I just thought I'd make sure that I had a few ideas, a few good, clean, kosher ideas for places to date, that you don't wind up in a strip club, right? First place, number 1 on the list, guys, is, guess where? The zoo. There's hardly anywhere better to date, in my opinion, because the zoo is just such a, it's an innocent place, right? You go there, you take your kids there, you take your grandma there, you go there yourself. It's just an innocent place, and it's all encompassing. The energy is great. Not to mention the food, guys, right? Like, seriously, the zoo has some really, at least ours does, has some really great food, which is another thing that I might want to throw in. If you're going to date, try and make sure that the place that you're going has some type of food or food vendor that you guys can get food, because food elevates the date. It makes the place more memorable, and you might not like it, or you might like it, right? This helps adventure, and exactly, you're gonna have a great time if you go to the zoo. Number 2. So number 2, guys, is the mall. This is a really great choice because it's air conditioned, 1, and 2, it's got a ton of food. Like, seriously, go grab a coffee and just walk around the mall. Or go shopping. You know, girls like to shop, right? Seriously, they do. But just as far as just hanging out, you can just walk around and sip a nice coffee and go into shops and just look. You don't have to buy anything. You can shop without buying. Did you know that? Or can you? I don't know. Anyway, guys, just try the zoo or try the mall, because it's those are really 2 great ideas. They're both very innocent, and they're both, you can, one is less extreme than the other, I suppose. Then again, the mall might be a zoo. Number 3 on the... It's a 10. Number 3, guys, on the list is the Renaissance Fair. Now, this one comes at a clause. Here's the deal. If you're going to go to the Renaissance Fair, you need to be aware that there are jesters just around every corner trying to get the better of you. Okay? And anything you say, anything you do or say, they will take and they will twist and they will throw it back at you and make you look stupid. Okay, if you're going to go to the Renaissance Fair, you need to have some type of game plan, or else just be a high-functioning individual, right? Your brain has got to be sharp. Now, it might not be, or it just might not be the best idea. Another con to the Renaissance Fair, guys, is that everything is like 30 times as expensive as you can get it anywhere else. Like, they will literally go and buy $1 ice cream and sell it to you for like $12 for an ice cream cone. Like, seriously, you can't get a stinking turkey leg for under like $30. Like, seriously, that's how expensive it is, guys, okay? Everything at the Renaissance Fair is overpriced, except the boots. More on those later. Don't get me wrong, the Renaissance Fair is a really great idea. Like, there's a whole lot of things to do. You can walk around and just go watch the shows. Like, there's music going. There's bagpipes. Like, seriously. Who doesn't like bagpipes? Another thing, some of the casts in these places are really phenomenal. Like, they'll make sure that you come out there and have the greatest time of your life. Guys, the Renaissance Fair is a really great place to date. I would suggest it unless you're not equipped to deal with the jesters. 4 probably should have been, like, number 1 is the movies, guys. You can't discuss date ideas and not throw in the movies. Everybody knows that you have to go to the movies if you're going to date, right? It's a really great idea. Like, there's popcorn, you can watch the movie. Just, like, it doesn't matter what age you are. I know there's, like, this stigma of, well, I'm too old to go to the movies. You're never too old to go to the movies, okay? Get off your high horse. You're not Methuselah. Like, go to the movies. Now, I care about what movie you're watching. If you're, like, yeah, that matters, okay? But just go to the movies. Kick it in the movies. Take her to the movies. You'll have a great time. Oh, spill the popcorn, too. 5, guys, is a restaurant. This is a really great idea because it's like a quiet, more one-on-one type of deal, guys. Now, there is a caveat to this as well. If you're going to do the restaurant, guys, you have to make sure that your game plan is on point, because you're going to have this is kind of what I was talking about in the other videos, guys. Okay, guys must have manners, okay? You don't go to the restaurant and just, like, hork it all down and be like, okay, or brr, okay? That's no good. You're a guy, for crying out loud. You're not a savage. Do not go there and disgrace her, embarrass her, and disgrace yourself, and ruin the holy name of God. Don't do it, guys. I will discuss how you're supposed to eat. I'm making an entire tutorial video on the manners that you're supposed to have when you're at a restaurant, when you're at home, and just generally speaking as a guy out in public eating with a girl. And be yourself. That's another thing that I want to mention, guys. When you do these things, like these one-on-one, like personal dates, don't sit there and get all Prince Charming and just like, okay, no, you gotta be yourself. If you're not yourself, you don't want to misrepresent and put yourself out as something that you're not, right? Because if she bites the hook and you guys actually get married and then you relax and get comfortable and just like turn into what you actually are, and you don't actually wear the clothes that you were wearing when you dated her, and you don't actually smell that good, you just wore cologne because you're on a date, this can cause a problem. And a few issues in more ways than just one. Like, don't do it. It's not a good idea. Number 6, guys, hiking. Hiking is really great, but dangerous, okay? If you're going to go hiking, you need to make sure that you're packing some kind of heat, or else a knife, a sword, stinking pair of nunchucks, guys, something to protect yourselves from the wild animals, because people have died going on hikes. I'm not just saying that. People have died, people have gotten eaten by wild animals, guys. But a hike is a really great idea because it's, like, dangerous, I suppose, and adventurous, right? You're out in the woods, you're out in the way out in the boonies, right? You're out in the Aussie, right? You gotta have an adventure. If you're going to go hiking, like, it's an adventure. It's a really, really perfect opportunity to have an adventure, right? You might have to tear through a stream or climb a mountain or drop off a cliff. I don't know, but it's a really great idea, and you should probably try it if you are that daring an individual. If she is up for it, guys, take the hike. Number 7 on the list, guys, is an art museum. Now, do not go to the art museums that are full of nudity and those just art that's just disgusting, okay? I wouldn't suggest it. It's not a good idea. I would say, guys, if you're going to do an art museum, go somewhere that has something that is actually interesting to look at. Don't do those art museums that are just, like, ugly, and all they got is, like, those color swirls, and it's just, like, some rich guy said, hey, this is art, let's sell it for $5 billion, and everybody was like, yeah, or the other rich people were like, yeah, and you look at the thing, and it's just a piece of trash. Don't do it, okay? I would suggest going somewhere that actually has something good to look at, like, oh, an aquarium or something. I should have thrown that in there as well. But anyways, art museum, guys, really great idea. I would suggest it. Give it a shot. Hey, guys, last on the list, and rather anticlimactic, probably should have been number 1, is a coffee shop. Yes, I just said that. The plain old coffee shop, guys. The coffee shop is a really, really great idea. I think this one is a good one, and you should probably give it a shot. Same idea as the restaurant. Don't go into the place and behave like a savage, but in terms of just like kicking it and just being like easy, and it's a really great time, I would definitely give it a shot in a coffee shop, guys. It's just like no danger. There's a no danger zone. You might spill the coffee, but hey, who cares? Alright, guys, so there it is. Now I want to go over a couple of places that you probably should not go ever for any type of date whatsoever. Okay, guys? First and foremost is a strip club. Yeah, you probably saw that one coming. Stay away from the strip clubs. Besides, it's just filthy, wicked, dirty, nasty, ungodly, and unholy. It's dangerous. Like, seriously. There are thugs. It's a hot spot for thugs, criminals, and the filthy mafia, guys. Like, seriously. Stay out of strip clubs. They are not good for you, and you can get all manner of things like STDs. Like, literally, from drinking on the cup. Stay out of strip clubs. They are unholy. They're unrighteous. They're wicked. Stay out of them. They need to perish. Seriously. Don't do a strip club. Another place, guys, that I want you never to go on a date is at a bar. Do not do the bar, and don't date the bar girl, okay? If she's a bar girl, stay away from her, okay? Now, that's just a broad statement to say, oh, but they're not all, but yeah, don't go to the bar. Don't do it, because there's a lot of, for a few reasons, guys, there's a lot of things that happen in a bar. One, fights. Fights are dangerous, and you can actually literally lose your life if you are in a bar and a fight breaks out. People have died at bar fights, okay? It's a dangerous situation, and more than like hiking or something like that, okay? Humans are more dangerous than wild animals, okay? We're too intelligent. We have guns, okay? I wouldn't suggest going to a bar because it's not a really great place to be. There's dirty things that go down in a bar, and you might just stay out of it. Just don't do the bar. So guys, there you have it. 8 but great places to date. I hope you dug the video, guys. Like it, give it a thumbs up, smash the like button, guys. Seriously, subscribe, share the content. I think there's a lot of Christian guys, not even just Christian guys, but a lot of young guys that need to hear what I'm saying and would like seriously benefit from the help that I'm putting out on the world, hearing what I have to say about things like strip clubs and staying out of dirty, nasty, stinky, grubby bars.